And I've been obsessed with bikes probably since I was like 12 or 13 years old. There's nothing like riding a bike. You can go as fast as you want in the car, but you know, even if you're doing 30 or 40 miles an hour on a motorbike, it just instantly feels 10 times more exciting. It's just something about being in the elements and it just being that little bit riskier. And you know, I think it's a pretty cliche phrase, but everyone says wind therapy. This kind of idea of just going out and clearing your mind and, you know, getting a bit cold and just sort of blowing the cobwebs away. It's just the only thing that can do that is a motorcycle, you know. I'm Leon, founder of Flat Out magazine, and today I want to talk about the latest addition to the Flat Out family, which is the Honda CB175 behind me. The bike is, or was, my granddad-in-law's. It probably still belongs to him. He's kind of given it to me and doesn't really know what I've done to it. But no, there's a really cool story behind the bike. He bought it brand new back in 1976. I've still got like the original receipt for it. Piece of like scrap paper with handwriting on it. He bought it for his daughter, so my mother-in-law, as a little sort of town bike to blap around on. I was around his house a couple of years back, and he was doing that classic granddad thing of when I was your age, I was riding around Europe with my wife on the back of my bike, and we were going through these photos, and sure enough, you know, he was on this old BSA. And he'd been touring around Europe for like 6 months with his poor wife on the back of it. And that conversation basically led to the fact where he was like, oh, I've still got a bike in the garage. It's been sat there for like 10 years, sort of rotting away. And obviously by that point my eyes lit up and I was like, oh, come on, we need to go and have a look at this thing. And sure enough, we went into his garage, and in a really damp, wet corner of his leaky old garage, there's the CB175 sat there rotting away, and I just knew that I just had to rescue it. Yes, this bike took years to build. I didn't want to hand it over to someone and just say, here's a few £1,000, make it what it is. I wanted to gradually do stuff, and because of that, it's become like a bit of a community bike. I've had so many people help me out on it. I guess the whole bike community is just a big community, and I think when you turn up with an old bike like this with a story like it's got, people just want to help you out, and they just want to get you out on the open road and kind of enjoy getting this old thing back out there again. Every time I get on it, you're kind of reminded of that a little bit. For me, I didn't want to change too much. I didn't want to spray it. I didn't want to lose all the nice little bits of patina, because that tells the story. You know, it's like it lived a life back in the 70s. There's a massive attraction to old bikes. I don't know what it is. I mean, new bikes are brilliant. There's a place for new bikes. They're beautiful. They're fast. You get on them, you hit the ignition button, and they start every time, and there's no hassle. But I think because of that, you don't form a proper, I don't know, maybe you don't form as much of a relationship with it. There's something about old bikes like this that you know every time you go to it, there's probably going to be something a little bit wrong with it. So it's like this ongoing relationship. You're always supporting it. You're always having to top the battery up, or, you know, make sure that there's enough oil in there, and you're always having to like tighten screws and do little bits and pieces. But it just means that when you get out on it, there's been that investment, so you're just pleased that it's working.